Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today I will cover both of the contracts. I will cover ADA BTC and ADA USDT, both of them, because similarly speaking, they both have a trade on it, right? And this is a really rare occasion, to be honest. I mean, they're both are on kind of a good position to take trade, so I just said why not, cover both of them, because people, and give people option, they feel free to take whichever you want. But before we do that, it's worth mentioning that BTC right now is going pushing up for another top, right? So right now, either though it's gonna reject a little bit under the previous top, or it's gonna go crashing through it, right? If it does crashes through it, the BTC trade on Cardano will most likely get wrecked, but USDT trade will most likely then perform very well, right? So it's also worth noticing to actually be thinking about that as well after you go into these trades, right? So the first one is we already saw this area. We already did play this area in this long before, and right now I am not going to be playing the same thing. I will actually be waiting for it, and what we're getting, right, or at least what I'm going to say is after this daily close, you will be able to fill the trade right in here. We're going to be focusing more to the left side, and we will be filling the trade in between these two gaps right here that was created already now, coming back down for testing on Cardano. And it's usually a very similar thing, right? Because you always, when you have a quick pump like this, you usually go down and test the origin of the pump, and again you have tested it and you have had a reaction from it. So right now I'm going to put it just a little bit up and going to take a trade from it, or should I say a possible reaction, right? And if BTC doesn't break the top, right, it just bounces off it, then we have good chances of this trade actually playing out. So yes, in this case, the stop on this one particularly is about 12%, as you can see. And right now I'm going to be going in for a new TP, or should I say for the first TP. In this case, it's going to be located right here. And again, right off the bat, we have a pretty good TP of 2.5R or 31%. So you can see why this trade would be very fine for taking, right? And especially it is most likely, this case around, it's most likely gonna outrun Ethereum, right? That's what I'm actually going for at this case, right? So yeah, obviously you get to make some of the extra bitcoins as well, right? If the Bitcoin of course doesn't break, but Bitcoin is still bullish. And if you watched our stream last night, we kind of talked about it still about that, right? High time frame still bullish, lower time frame not so much, right? Okay, so then we continue over the up, right? And let's check the left side again. And again, we should be taking a next profit take around this side. Should be taking it around this side right here. And this one is gonna be net, oops, let me fix it. This one is gonna be netting us around 58% or 4.6R. So yes, pretty good profit take. And for the last one, if you wish, in this case, yes, we're targeting all the way to the top again. We're gonna be focusing more locally, and even if I zoom out, you'll see that it's pretty good on the left side as well. And the last profit take on Cardano BTC, 115% and 9.5R, right, located. So this one trade looking pretty good, but obviously the third profit take in this case can be a little bit of a stretch, right? Especially because we went so deep and we kind of lost areas here. Oops, we kind of lost areas here, right? And we kind of lost it here. So you can see that we might only get the second profit take here and then already start rejecting, right? So first profit take should happen on for sure, right? And then second one a little bit questionable, and third one is really a tight squeeze, right? We would have to see more price action when that one actually starts playing up. So as it goes up, we would like to see more price action to the left side. We have to break something before I would actually attempt the third profit take. So in this case, I'm most likely going to be TPing at second profit take. And sometimes if it starts, if it starts going sideways at this spot here, I might as well move the second profit take down a little bit as well, right? Because you most likely can miss it, right? So you have to be a little bit careful due to this condition, right? But if you look at it, the left side, the chart is a little bit, has some noise in it. So you can see that sometimes it wouldn't be a bad idea to take profit target a little bit sooner. But then again, you have quite a close one. Both of the targets are quite close, and you can't really help it in that situation, right? So now if we switch over to ADA USDT, it's entirely different scenario, right? So I'm not sure, we probably did this one on the stream, right? So scenario number one that we talked last night on the stream is going to be located on, let's go a little bit lower time frames, 4 hours, right? So you can see it is about moving above this line, right? So we already have these two conditions drawn, and I'm going to delete them right now. So the idea was, if we move above this line and we actually do, oops, come on, and we do actually have a line over it, right? The idea is that we can then take a safe trade here on a bullish reaction, right? And the bullish reaction point, which is located at this point right here. Now, we were waiting for this for some quite time to happen, and it did today, because today, right now, if I'm not mistaken, the daily close is going to be quite in favor of ADA, and thus, when that happens, we can go for aggressive entry right here. Let me just take it long position, and again, guys, you can see all of the prices on the left, on the right side of the screen right here, right? So you can see where I place my stop loss and where I'm placing my entries, right, at the box. So I'm going to be placing this box right around here with the stop loss. In this case, I'm going to do a new stop loss, and I'm not going to be using 12% because I do not want to go underneath this area here. So it's going to be about 7%. And this time around, I'm going to have to look a little bit to the right side. To the left side. And seeing here to the right side, seeing this, I'm basically going to take profit take around here, right? And yes, my mouse is still double clicking, and I can't get a new one because, you know, it is Corona times, and I've ordered a new one from Amazon, but it's gonna take like a week or something to get shipped out here, because, you know, it is again slow shipping at the moment. So yeah, my mouse is double clicking, excuse me for that. So yeah, and you can see the first profit take, it's quite similar if you look at it, right? If it's quite similar to the BTC chart, you get about 15% or 2R, right? Or if you take it more to the middle, you get exactly the same one, 2.5R or 20%, right? And if you zoom out a little bit, you can see that the next profit take is here a lot more interesting than the one it is on BTC. It is also a lot more clear in this case, right? It is a lot more clear in this case. And you can see that the second profit take is a lot higher and a lot more clearer. And if you drag it all the way to up there, you'll see that we are now getting 85%, or, you know, at the top of the box 105. So if you put it on the middle, 95% or 12R. So yes, in this case, it is a lot more cleaner, where the price will actually be heading in that direction. But before I switch over to this chart, you actually saw that I had two possible trades right on this chart, located on this chart. And the second trade, actually, I want to explain it. Was based from the left side of the chart. So the idea was, if this trade right now doesn't pull back right from here, if it goes too deep, like if it goes something deep, like something to like this, right? What I said back in the past is that I would do another area from the right side right here, and this time I'm gonna make the area. I'm gonna draw the area. I'm gonna make it red. I'm gonna make it red in this case, right? So doesn't overlap. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm gonna take it a little bit more aggressively, right? So the second trade on this one, it's gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive if this reaction is not too big, right? If this reaction is not too big, if it doesn't come to the yellow line, then this second trade is totally invalidated. This is not good for taking, right? So you can see if we take it like this, and the stop loss we adjust it to the left side, we can see that we get about 7% stop loss again, right? We get about something like this. So either, if that happens, if this yellow line is hit, you can split between the two trades. You can take this one and you can take these ones as well, and the stop loss and average, they conjunct pretty good with it. And one of these trades will almost for sure react, right? It's going to give you a healthy reaction from it, so you would get to make some money. And then, you know, with specialty with this trade is, with the first profit take, you could aim all the way to up here, technically, right? Because this is the place where you would actually be aiming on Binance chart to get the price with, right? And you can see in this case, it is 65% or 8.6R, right? The only issue of this is, I mean, having an 8R for the first profit take does seem kind of greedy, right? Does seem kind of greedy. So in that case, I would actually do, just for this trade, I would do this midpoint TP right here, right off the bat of this previous small time frame structure. And this structure I can't really see because it's too far back, but if I go on hourly, you will see a full-fledged structure right here, which you can see on a daily, right? So I'm going to be basing this off from that smaller time frame structure, and I'm going to be taking the first TP here, which is still in this case 45% or 6.6R, right? So it's still pretty good. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at it like this, it's maybe more lucrative if the second profit take hits, because the stop loss, yeah, I mean, the stop loss is about the same, so it doesn't really matter which trade. You're making money on both of them, and you can see both of these trades are pretty good. And even on BTC charting, you have pretty good trade there as well, so you kind of have an option of choosing the two. The only difference between that one is, if the BTC goes for a new top and goes for 30k, you're most likely gonna be stopped on BTC trade. But on USDT one, you can still win, because, you know, if BTC increases in overall USDT price, then ADA will probably as well, right? So yes, if you have some extra spare money on the side and don't want to invest in USDT BTC because it's too overextended, then ADA would be a play for you for sure. So yes guys, please do subscribe to our channel, show us some love, right? Like the video, comment under the videos, we always read the comments, right? And also join us at free 4C community chats where we discuss trades like this, we discuss Bitcoin analysis, Ethereum analysis, and also stop losses and the things that help you become a better trader, right, in the future. And yeah, this is about it guys. Have a nice day and we will be seeing each other in the next one.